on the rise, I'm trying to keep a level head. She want my time, she begging me to give me neck. I'd rather shed blood to the ground while I'm here. Put some weight on top of my name, my time here is not clear.
Yo, what's the deal, y'all? Hope all is well. I'm Duke.
I'm Omar.
I'm Jelon, and this is Nice and Neat.
Hello. Y'all boys look fresh today.
Come on now, you got that
you
top,
got the top
that
hat on,
brim.
man.
Come
Hold
on, brim.
Hey, I gotta give my
dude,
dogs. I gotta
bro.
give my dogs the flowers when they here.
Come
man.
on now,
Come
bro.
man.
Is that a linen times cotton shirt?
Oh,
Dog,
What you got on?
We can't
do
get
feel-
off the brim yet.
It
Oh,
do-
we can't get off the.
We
I'm
can't-
on the
because-
t-shirt.
Because
Duke-
Duke
it
is
do
king of
feel-
brims.
it
He
do
is
feel
king of
good.
brims.
He's king of brims.
I ain't gonna lie. Duke inspired me to get my brim game up. I ain't gonna front.
If my head shape was a little different, I'll run it, but I don't
Nah,
got
you
that.
gotta
could-
run
definitely-
that.
you
You
definitely-
could gas.
They got hell yeah.
Y'all give me that gas.
Nah.
Is
Yeah.
that 91?
Premium. Nah.
Yeah.
No, you for sure got it. But nah, man, you know, we pride ourselves on in being the part and dressing the part.
Is that a nice and neat original?
We gotta hold that one.
Hold on, is that a nice and neat
We
original?
pride ourselves in being the part and dressing the part.
Come on.
Hold on, let me write that down.
I
Let me
like
write that
that.
down.
Yeah,
Let me write that
right
down.
there.
Or is it we pride ourselves on being a part and dressing it? Or
Nah,
is it-
I like a
Okay,
part.
cool,
I like
cool,
a
cool,
part.
cool, cool.
Pride ourselves on what?
Being a part
Uh-huh.
and dressing a part.
And being a part.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
sir.
So
That's a
you know what I'm
nice and
saying?
neat original.
you know what I'm saying? You got
for sure.
Cool.
For sure. And that's perfect. That's perfect.
That's perfect.
That's perfect. Wait, there's more. Because as always, we got something juicy today.
Come on now.
As always, we got something juicy today.
How juicy is it? Is it hot and juicy? Is it
Oh, it's like the Juice Dradic equation.
okay?
The what?
The Juice Dradic equation.
The juice.
Oh, you didn't know about the Juice Dradic equation?
I've never heard of it.
Oh yeah. So that's when it's actually so juicy that they had to make an equation for it to make sense to people. So
The Juice Dradic?
the Juice Dradic equation.
Dradic equation.
Yeah.
Got it.
So today, I'm because you guys looking so good. Y'all look amazing. I want
Thank
y'all
you,
to
bro.
know that.
Thank you, brother.
You guys look great. You guys look
Likewise,
great.
man. Thank you.
I don't know if other people compliment their friends like this, but okay, these two.
Okay.
Okay. So this is gonna be very important. I actually think looking the part is extremely important to what we're talking about today.
Well,
For
drop
sure,
the top.
for
Drop the
sure,
topic
for
on this
sure.
shit. Don't come on. Don't leave us on
So
a
you know
cliffhanger.
what? We have, I'm gonna say 5.
We may go over.
We may go over.
Let's call it 5.
But I call it 5.
Let's call it 5.
Right?
Yeah.
5 keys,
Mm.
right? 5 keys to not getting a woman, because that is
easy.
That's too easy.
that's
Anybody can get a woman.
easy,
That's too easy.
Not
Anybody can
getting a woman.
It's easy to get a woman.
right? But let's talk about the keys to keeping your woman.
Wow.
Keeping the woman
Because-
you want.
And I always feel like this, and it might be a bias, but you two have women, so it's like y'all been with them for some time. This isn't the honeymoon phase anymore. You guys have been through things. You guys have understood things, and I want to hear from you guys. Like, what's a couple of things that you guys know and they're proven, and someone can use this in their life to be able to carry over to continue to hold on to the woman of their dreams.
Oh.
Well, before I even get into the good stuff,
Come on,
I
dude.
gotta say, man, anything we say right now is like we really, really feel this,
We
right? This is
believe it.
how we live.
We
It's
believe
not
it.
like fabricated for this podcast. We're not just trying to, say you some shit that we don't live in and we don't believe in. Man, this is really how we feel.
Authentic.
And then also, man, we understand there's like a, there's a group of people, a group of men out here that are just kind of looking for that direction. You know what I'm saying? And we want to make it, a point to kind of help people. Like Jelon said, man, it's not just about getting the woman, right? That's the easy part, right? We're way beyond that, right? If we want sustainable relationships, we got to kind of dig deeper and peel the layers back, right?
How you can keep her.
And how you can keep her, right? I think the getting the woman is like where people lose because they put so much effort and try to impress women and get one that they don't even have the right. They don't have no more stamina or no more energy.
They have
You know what I
they have
mean?
a great quote that says, if you do what you did in the beginning to get the person, in the end, you'll still have them. AKA, there'll never be an end.
You know what? That's funny because what I think one of the keys to keeping a woman is being who you say you are. You know, it's one thing to tell a woman, yo, I'm going to be here at this time. A woman doesn't believe that. A woman believes you showing up at that time. Right?
Your words got to match your actions.
Your words got to match your actions.
Or your actions got to match your words, however you want to slice it.
However you want to slice it.
Yeah.
However you want to slice it. I think that is one major key to keeping a woman. Because who doesn't want a woman? I mean, who doesn't want a man who doesn't stick to his word? Right? I know we briefly touched on that a couple episodes ago. You know, when I spoke about commitment, you know, and a man's word and meaning everything, you know. So I think in terms of keeping a woman, one of the key factors are being who you say you are, sticking to your word, and doing what you say you were gonna do.
Right. And that has to show up. That has to show up
Daily.
That has to show up in everything, right?
Daily.
Yeah, that has to show up in everything, because the more it shows up in your daily life, in your business life, in your work life, in your family life, showing up, that kind of like, it's kind of like winning you points, right? It's just kind of just like repetitive actions, right? So okay, now I could trust this person. Now I could trust this person.
I could trust.
Because he has a pattern.
Trust is a privilege.
He
Trust is definitely a privilege.
he has a pattern of behavior that's predictable, right? That I can see. Oh, he did this. He said he's gonna do this. So he's gonna do this.
He's gonna do it.
So I could trust. There's gonna be a situation where trust is required. Oh yeah, I got that. I got that. So now that's a huge one.
Yeah,
Bro.
I mean, success doesn't just live within your finances.
Yeah.
No.
And they say success leaves clues.
Right.
So you're gonna leave these clues for her to understand
success leaves
exactly
clues.
who you're supposed to be. Along the way. So like I feel something that's important as well, because I'm in a dating space. But taking initiative is really important. Taking initiative.
Damn, he stole one from me,
is that's mine. Got him.
Damn.
So
Got him.
taking initiative is really important, and I'll just use me for example, right? If I'm gonna take a woman on a date, I'm not gonna ask her every question that's gonna give me the answer to what I'm looking for. So I'm not gonna be like, "Where you wanna go? What you wanna eat?
Yeah.
What you looking like?" Nah,
Yeah.
because
He said, yeah.
we've been talking so much. Right, we've been talking so much to where before we get to the point of the date that she's communicated to me that she's a vegan. Right, we're just gonna use that for an example. She's communicated to me that she's a vegan. With that being said, like I'm not gonna take her to Mastro's, and there's nothing wrong with taking her to Mastro's, but I want to give her the biggest variety that she can choose from.
Just out of curiosity, where are you gonna take her?
You know what? I'm glad. I'm glad you asked. I'm glad you asked. There's plenty of spots, and it depends on what time of the day that it is. Right?
Okay, but nigga,
So-
it's at night, nigga.
It's at night. Oh,
It's at night.
You want to play that?
Okay, nigga, it's in the morning. What you
Hold
got
on,
for
hold
me?
on,
Okay,
hold
so
on.
look, because
Hold on,
I'm already prepared for this. But no, like you should utilize all your resources to the best of your ability, right? So if I know that a woman is a vegan, let's say I'm not a vegan, but I still do want to impress her, I'm gonna call you.
Come on.
I'm gonna call you. You're gonna tell me exactly where to go.
You know, I'm gonna give you
You gonna tell
the
me
drop.
No, you're gonna tell me exactly where to go.
Sorry for the interruption, but Jalon trusts me, so why can't you? And if you're looking for quick and easy ways to incorporate more plant-based options into your diet, check out the Power by Plants Meal Guide. It comes with 10 easy recipes, including breakfast, lunch, and dinner, making your journey to eating healthier, nice, and neat. Now back to our regular schedule program.
But I'm just saying, like that,
Because you're aware of that.
because you're aware, right?
Yeah.
So like that's just that trickles into like listening, which can be a whole nother factor as well. Can you tell me a time where you like really listened to Chanel and you was like, oh, I won on that one. Like I won on that one. She didn't even expect that just because I listened.
Man, I think there's plenty of times, really, man. She would be like, "Yo, I'm surprised you remembered that." You know what I mean? But I don't want to move on without doing due diligence for your topic, right? Because I think initiative is a huge one, right? Because I also had initiative on mine, and I feel like I just want to kind of speak about some things to reinforce why I think initiative is super important. It's one of the keys to keeping a woman, right? He says initiative right? There's a couple of things that people get from initiative, that men get from having initiative, right? You know what it shows when you make the initiative? It shows that like, yo, you're sure of yourself. It shows sureness. All right. It shows you know exactly what you want to do. It shows that you're not indecisive. You're decisive. You know, it shows decisiveness. And women like men that know how to make decisions.
Why?
Because
women
it takes pressure off of women to make decisions.
Why?
Right? No, women don't want, when women get with men or are involved with men, right? They're looking for problem solvers.
Come on now.
All right? They're looking for problem solvers. They don't want to look, they're not looking for men to, you know, bring about more problems, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, a woman gonna bring you a problem. We talked about it in the last episode, right? A woman gets a flat tire. She know what to do. She knows she could call AAA, but why she gonna call you? Because she wants you to help her out with solving the problem.
Solving the problem. She want a problem solver.
She want a problem solver, right? And men that take initiative are more likely to be problem solvers. Instead of asking, okay, what do you want me to do? Right? Never ask a woman, what do you want me to do? Just always do it.
Just do it. Take the slogan from Nike. Just do it.
Just do it, right? Right? Taking initiative, man, it shows confidence, right? It shows that like, hey, this may not work, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm so confident in myself that I'm gonna do it anyway. And confidence is one of those traits that women look for in a man, obviously, right? You know what else it does? It shows that you're a good leader, right? Because what do good leaders do? Take the first step, right? Put themselves in the situation first and just let's go, right? I'm gonna be first. I'm gonna do it. If any harm comes up my way, I'm gonna take it first, right? And women love a good leader, right? So like all these things that are under the umbrella of initiative, man, are just pointing to, you know, signs of a good leader, signs of a confident man, signs of someone who's sure of themselves, right? And here's a big thing, right, about initiative, right? Lack of initiative, right? It births lack of execution.
Please write that down, fellas.
Did you make that up?
I made that up.
That's a
Fellas,
nice and neat
fellas,
original. Hold on.
write that
Hold
down.
on.
We gotta write it down.
I gotta write that down my goddamn self. That
Right?
shit was.
Say that one more time
I
for us, please, dude.
said lack of initiative, it births lack of execution.
Oh.
All right? Because you cannot execute something, you cannot get something done if you don't take the first step to getting it done. There's no way.
That might be the
Dude, that is a
message.
bar.
Yeah.
Dude, that is a bar,
Yeah.
bro.
There's no way. Am I lying, y'all?
No.
All right. So that's why I thought, like, when Jelon said initiative, like, my eyes lit up because I thought it was so important, right? It's super important initiative, right? We are by default, whether men or women like it or not, by default, we are supposed to be leaders
By default.
of our households, of our communities.
finances.
Just find out we're supposed to be leaders, right? And obviously, like, there's plenty of women doing their thing right now, but by default, we're supposed to be leaders. And I think taking initiative is like one of the things that shows that we are suitable to lead. Yeah.
Man, you guys is giving me y'all giving me the game right now.
I mean, dude,
Hey.
what Duke just gave, niggas pay for that.
Oh yeah.
Niggas pay for that,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
real.
Yeah, and you package it real nice and neat too. No pun intended.
Nice and neat. No,
You know, you
Package
package
it
it
real
real
nice
nice,
and
and neat. You know, taking initiative, man.
Come on,
like,
man.
and that can go in so many different areas of your life, but especially when it comes down to women, like that's extremely important. I think by doing that, right, by taking initiative, right, allowing it to lead to execution, allows you to show her like your sense of ambition as well. Right? So that's something that is extremely important because and ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand that we're not talking about money, we're not talking about cars, we're not talking about cribs, we're not talking about any of your financial accomplishments because all those things can be taken away from you. We're going to give you the value on the things that no one can ever take away from you. You know, and being able to show a woman through your execution what your ambition looks like is extremely important.
Why is it important, Jelon?
It's important because she now knows that she has a sense of security and something to fall back on.
Because what are women looking for?
Security.
Security.
Women are looking for security, and when I say security, I mean emotional security, financial security, definitely
Physical security.
physical security.
They look for
They're
security
looking-
all around.
and they're looking for that, and that's just another one of those boxes that you can go ahead and you can check just by showing her those things right there. Man, this is these things. We're not speaking from lack of experience. I'll tell you that.
I will tell you that.
There's no shortage of experience.
I'm gonna tell you
No
that.
shortage.
And because every single one of us has been in a position to where we may not have been making the money that we were looking for. We may not have been in a financial position that we really wanted. But any woman that has dealt with us seen that we were bigger than that.
Hey,
We're talking about keeping women,
whole different ball.
right? Whole different ball game. Keeping women, right? So when you guys were playing, and so many women being thrown at you from all different walks of life, from all different professions, ethnicities, everything, right? How did you guys decide on the women that you was like, I want to keep this one though?
I think a lot of trial and error.
Okay.
I personally, I
Okay.
mean, I'm
Or
just-
you don't even have to have moments where you feel like you want to keep them. You could have ran through all of them. But
yeah. I mean, I'm just speaking from experience. I think it's a lot of trial and error. You know what I'm saying? I think I come from a family that is big on family and creating relationships and building, families. So for me, it's always about, can we build together? Can we live? You know what I'm saying? Can we do that together? So
Yeah, I think that different women speak to you differently. All right, I think like not just like verbally, but I think like their souls speak to you differently. And I feel like you could be a good woman, and you could have your shit going on and still not be right for me. You feel me?
but how could a woman how could you be interested in a woman physically and she have everything she got going on and still not be the one for you?
Because it's not about like her being a good woman, right? There's good women all over the place. It's not about her being a good woman. It's about her being like the right woman that meshes with you well, that communicates with you the way like you communicate, that speaks to your love languages, right? All these things have to play a part, right? And has chemistry. You feel it. I could speak about it all day, but you'll never understand it. You could tell me, but you'll never understand it. It's a feeling thing. It's like, oh, this one is the one like that. Just my soul is like yearning for it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, once you meet the person, like you can't describe it, but once you meet the person, then you're like, okay, this is it, right? And then you start inquiring and you start asking your homies, like, what you think? You know what I mean? And you start like asking yourself, am I tripping? You know what I mean?
You pull your homeboy aside and say what you think. It's
you know
real.
what I'm saying? And then
When you do that, it's real. You know
it's
you
real.
really like her.
Yeah.
You don't even need him to tell you you
Yeah.
like her.
Yeah.
You already know.
Like, what you think? Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Cause I'm about to make her my girlfriend.
yeah, I just want to know what you know. But yeah, no, really, I think that it's really like no definite way to. It's different for everybody. It's different for everybody, but I do think that it just it speaks to you differently.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I do have another trait
Another key to keeping your
to
woman.
keeping your woman.
Wait, so we already gave? Did we give
Gave
one or
one.
we gave two?
Gabe,
We gave two.
I feel like we
gave two.
kind of
We
gave
gave
two.
two.
Okay, what
And
was
you
two?
know
What
what?
was two?
I can. Okay,
And we giving too much sauce.
What was it too?
We're giving too much
like
sauce
I said,
right now.
like I said, almost people got to pay for this, but
right,
we're giving it
we're
away
here,
for free.
We're here to offer value.
We're here to offer
That's what
value.
we're here to do.
That's what we do.
And because we're here to offer value, we want you guys to spend some time with us.
So the first tip I gave away was be who you say.
Yes,
you
yes.
are.
Okay, yeah, we got two in the chamber. For
Okay.
sure.
Be who you say you are.
Be who you say you are.
Second tip.
Yep. Initiative.
Initiative.
Take
Take-
initiative. man.
Take
Initiative.
initiative.
And wait, before slide, is it make the initiative? Or
Not take initiative.
It's take initiative.
Take
Take
Okay, cool.
initiative. So be who you are.
Mhm.
Take initiative.
Take initiative.
And with that being said, I want to leave.
Or be who you say you are. Sorry.
You know what? I want to go into halftime. I want to go into halftime.
Oh shit.
I think I'm.
Well,
I think,
goddamn.
I think.
goddamn.
Well, goddamn.
I think
we
you
1
know
minute
what?
away.
I
Shit.
think we're ready to go into halftime
Well,
because
shit.
this the second half is going to be so on fire.
This convo's
that
crazy.
I want to make sure that we can really dive into it. I
This is a
want
good one. This is a good
the
one.
people to be able to see and feel what's going on, so they can even play a part in our second half and a couple of more of the things that we have when it comes to being able to keep and hold on and sustain that woman that you really want. You know, that you really want, that's pulling on your heartstrings to where even
That you
when
really
you leave,
want.
when you leave the house, you think about her.
How you do it?
You know, so we're about to go into halftime right now.
Yes. We're at halftime. Again, this is the Nice and Neat podcast. If you're not following already, please tap in with this Nice and Neat podcast. That's and as in the word A-N-D.
Ain't that?
What's up?
No, ain't that shit just so like easy to say? It's just roll
Nice
off the tongue.
and neat.
Nice
It
and
roll
neat.
off
It
the
just roll off
tongue.
the tongue.
Oh yeah,
So
it's nice.
that's nice and neat.
Nice and
It's nice and
neat.
neat.
Nice and neat.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you guys see, I pinned the question below. All right, nothing has changed. I'm only answering questions pertaining to the one that I asked. And today it is, what are 5 keys to keeping the woman you want? Or one key. I mean, I already pinned the comment.
To keep
Okay.
the
I
woman
already
you
pinned
want,
the comment. But we're talking about 5 keys to keep the woman you want. And women, we would appreciate your insight, your perspective, and your comments on these questions. I know we're kind of asking the question to the men out here, but well, shit, I may be talking to the ladies too. I ain't
Come
even,
on, we don't discriminate.
I ain't trying to discriminate, y'all. I love all. I ain't got no hate in my heart. So, that's where we're at today. So as the questions continue to fall in, we'll begin to answer, and we'll
I
just
see one that popped up that I really
What's up?
like.
Where you like? Where's it at?
Already?
Communication.
Wait,
Jay
wait.
Davis, what's up, baby?
Wait. I don't even see it. So why don't you go ahead and ask
Justin Davis in the building. Darian in the building.
Oh,
My heart, what's up, baby?
J. Dot,
Will Black, what's up, baby?
Marcel, what's up, bro? One of the coolest chefs in the game. Will Black, what up, though?
Yes, sir.
This nigga asked me why I shave. Nigga said, do I have a court date?
Yeah,
Nigga, I ain't
Will.
dealing with the law, fam. Nah, I'm under the law. Okay, where'd you say that question was?
It just said communication. It wasn't.
It just said,
yeah.
it just said communication.
What are 5 keys?
to
And she
keep-
said communication.
Oh, I think that's a good one.
Yeah, we can talk on that.
I think we could touch on that. I mean, without communication, you don't have a relationship. You know, without knowing what page that person is on, you lose. Point blank. Period.
Damn.
Point blank. Period. I mean, that's is.
Well, I'm gonna go deeper.
You want to dive into
I'm gonna
it?
go deeper into
Yeah.
communication.
Okay.
Let
me get it on you then.
I'm gonna go deeper into communication. Communication is important because you need to know who your partner is before, because when people hear communication, they think about word banter, right? That's what you think about. But communication is important as your girl come home and put down her bag a certain way, and you know how she feels.
The way she dropped that shit.
The
when
way
walk
she
in there-
drop it
when
down.
She dropped that shit when she walked in the door.
You know how she
she
feels.
had a bad day.
She had a bad day.
She had a bad day. Oh, babe had a bad day.
Cool. So I matter of fact, rather than me saying, why you didn't wash the dishes today? It's like, yo,
No.
like, how's your day?
It's okay. Everything
You
okay?
good? Like, how you doing?
Yeah.
You know, those things is in the small things like that you can really tap into. But I'm single, so what do I know? What do I know?
A whole lot.
do
Just
I
piggybacking
A
off
whole
of that,
lot.
I would say when you're in a relationship with someone, there are constant ways of communication that aren't verbal. You know, and just like Delon said, you know, when your lady walks into the house,
There's a lot of body languages in here.
It's a lot of body language.
Yeah.
It's a lot of body. Or when I walk into the house and I may slam the door, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe I go straight to my room, you know what I'm saying? That dictates a lot on what transpired prior to me walking into these doors. And I think it's important to listen to that type of communication from your partner. Like I said, without the communication, you know, your relationship is dead. So
Yeah, I think a lot of people put so much emphasis on like you said, speaking, right? They want to get their words off, but listening is the first part of it, man. It really just emphasizing the listening part of it and just kind of understanding and just kind of taking in what's being told to you, right? And taking it in from a point of, okay, let me understand what's going on instead of let me just take what's going on and it bruised my ego and let me spit it back to her or spit it back to him. I think listening is a huge part of communication that a lot of people kind of, you know, brush over. But I think if we took the time to like work on our listening skills, right? And some of that, like, okay, so when people talk about, yo, you need to work on your listening skills and work on this, work on that, right? They don't tell you how, right? So something that I do to work on my listening skills is while I'm listening, I'm breathing, right? And I'm just focusing on my breathing and focusing on keeping my mouth shut, right? And focusing on saying, let me shut up and let me just not talk so I could listen, because you can't listen. It's hard to listen and talk at the same time. So
Can't do that.
communication, right, is something that listening is something that I think is important aspect of communication.
So I have a question. Well, basically a comment, but I'm gonna take it as a question from Maher.Yaz, right? And his is making them feel secure in a relationship, right? And I think that goes back to a topic you touched. I think Jalon may have touched on a couple episodes ago about trust, right? And that's all about security and making feel someone secure in the relationship. And one thing about trust, it's like a piece of paper, right? Let's take a piece of paper. Once we ball it up, right? Once we ball it up, even if we try to flatten it out, iron it out, whatever, it never goes back to its original form, right? So one thing you don't want to do is destroy the trust in a relationship, because that will ruin the security or ruin your partner feeling secure within your relationship. So I think if security is something that you're trying to establish, you have to first establish trust first, because without the trust, you have no foundation. The relationship has no foundation to stand on. Yeah, I got a question.
Okay, let's run.
I got a question. This is a good question. How do you deal with this is from Darian. All right, Darian J4. All right. By the way, we just crushed the work earlier. How do you deal with the things that were shown in the dating stage being non-existent once the title is involved?
Hey, look, man, you know how I feel about like shit like this, man. I feel like everything is and maybe just coming from the being raised how I was raised, man. I think that everything kind of falls on a man's shoulders, right? So if something in your relationship as a man is not the way it was when you guys started dating, then it's probably something that you're not making clear. All right, that's how I feel about I feel like that once you being a leader in a relationship, you're gonna set the tone. You know what I'm saying? And your woman is always just gonna follow your lead once she is able to trust you. So like anything that you were doing in the beginning, right? If you are making it clear and having, you got a plan and you making everything, smooth, then ain't nothing gonna change, right? It's just gonna get better. It may change, but it's gonna change for the better. All right. So like anything that changes, right? It's probably like, as a man, you got to just kind of like reevaluate what you're doing differently. But you can't just like blame women like, oh, she's not doing this anymore. Or she's not doing this anymore. Nah, I don't buy that.
We got to go ahead and get to the second half. It's juicy, too. When you guys get this episode, it's going to be crazy.
It's going to be crazy. Yeah, so, guys, we're just going to go ahead and get off of this live and get to the night the only way we know how. That's with some positive energy, some positive vibrations, and a smile, of course. Y'all have a great one.
So what's up? So what we got next, man? Because we got 3 more kids to go, too.
Oh, we got 3 more.
We got 3 more, right?
These.
We got 3
about
more,
to get
man.
into it. I told you the second half was gonna be on fire.
It's gonna be juicy.
I told you the second half was gonna be on fire.
All right, now.
I mean, just like I don't know his Instagram name, but he was apparently being a little bit too open. But in the sense of keeping your woman when she's already chose you, she likes you, she feeling you. Right. That's all good. I want to talk about transparency.
Yeah.
I want to talk about what level of transparency you're willing to go. And when we say transparency, I want to talk about how early were you transparent financially with your woman? How early were you transparent emotionally with your woman? Because we know we get physical really fast, right? And that's a component of the relationship. So I'm not going to say, let me take away fast. We get physical before we get transparent when it comes to the other things.
Yeah.
Right? So I know that typically happens before someone may know like where you're at financially or where you may be at in another area. So I know like that's going to be the last thing I hold on to, right? When did you say, hey, you know what? I'm going to let her in on this.
You know what? For me, this is crazy. This is crazy because in terms of dealing with Candace, I let her know pretty soon. When her and I start dealing with one another, I had just been released, just been cut. I had no job. I had 0 income. 0. And I don't give a fuck how much money you got in the bank. If everything going out in the bank account is red,
it's bad.
It's bad, bro. It's bad.
When you just see that red light up on the right side,
you're like, you.
Oh, no. know, Chase make it clear when you make your transactions going out too.
Hold on. And I kind of threw it out there prematurely, like, and I don't remember, to be honest, I don't remember how I phrased it, but basically it was like, yo, I'm not making no money right now, you know? And the way, how receptive my woman was to that comment that I made it easier for me to be even more vulnerable with her.
How important was that for your growth?
It was pivotal. You know, I think at that moment in time, we took another level within our relationship without even knowing that that's what we had done. You know, because at that moment we weren't even. I wouldn't even say that we were a thing. You know, it was I was dealing with her. You know, and mainly I was dealing with her. You know, but I had some other things going, and I'm sure she had some other things going too. You know, but just being able to talk about a deeper side of me, you know what I'm saying, allow me to be more vulnerable with her. And I think that took our relationship to another level. Now, could she have judged me in that moment?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure. I don't think she did though.
Is that something that you were willing to say, like, you know what, like, if she can respect me after I give her this information, you know, that's something that's very important for me. But if she can't, then that's on her.
No,
like, it's all good.
No, that's a conversation I have with myself without having a conversation with myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, yeah, I'm not broke. I'm not broke.
yeah.
I'm not broke.
Yeah.
I'm not broke. I'm telling you this though because I feel like that's where we at, and I'm comfortable telling you where I'm at.
So
personally.
that's where you found your confidence at.
That's where I found my confidence.
So
I was like, damn, she ride with that.
I like that you said that. I like that you said that because I feel like in order to be vulnerable, you still do have to be able to find your confidence in another area. And that's kind of what allows you to be vulnerable, because if that person doesn't receive you the way that you may want them to, you know, because they have the option to receive you however they want to, right?
Facts.
That person may not receive you how you want them to. You still have something to stand on.
Mm.
Right? Because I'm sure it's a lot of men who they would love to tell their woman where their financial situation is, because, you know, men, you may have your BMW, you may have your apartment, but you may have just been released from the league, and that may have been paid for, you know, throughout the course of the year already, right? And it's February, but you have no income coming in.
Mm-hmm.
So things look good today.
Today. I'm not talking about today, baby.
Today, right?
Men should never be talking about today.
Right.
Mm.
Right.
That's, y'all got to write that one down.
Men should never be talking about today.
No, I think
It's never about today.
I think Chanel and I had the conversation. I don't want to say it's pretty early, but it might have been like 5 or 6 months into our relationship. And it comes up because once you start talking to your woman about actually doing business together, the shit gotta come up. You can't even avoid it, right? If you're not if you're not trying to get money with your woman, you probably could like dance around it a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
But once you guys start talking about, okay, we gotta do money together, open a business together, XYZ, man, you gotta address it, you know. And I actually, you know, I just like, yo, all right, babe, this is what I got in my account right now. I opened my app. I showed her.
You did that.
I opened my app.
Oh wow.
Right. I showed her, hey, babe, this is what I got.
Transparency.
This is what I got in my account
Transparency.
right now. This is what I used to have. This is what I have today. This is what I want to do with it. Right. And I'm really a huge proponent of leading the way. Right. So if I want my woman to be vulnerable with me and transparent with me, I got to do it first. She got to know it's coming from me first.
Can you be transparent second?
Can you be transparent second?
Right.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, right. But if you want someone to be transparent with you, can you wait for them, or is that something that you got to kind of present?
I think that in the dynamic between men and women for the most part, right? Okay, when a woman sees you at the club and she's attracted to you, does she come up to you?
Never.
No. Not
Right?
typically.
Not ever.
But she wants you. She wants you to, like, she thinks that she's attracted. Is she coming up to you?
Not ever.
No. If a man sees you as a woman and he's attracted to you, he got to come up to you.
Gotta step.
Right? So women are conditioned to let the man make the first move.
Yep.
Mm.
That's not just like in the courtship thing. That's just how it is,
Yeah.
right? I'm following his lead. Does a woman propose to a man?
Never.
Did you ask Candace? Did Candace ask you to be her boyfriend? Your boyfriend?
Not ever.
No. So in all
I
these
was there when
in
he asked her.
in all these
I was
situations,
there.
Player shit.
when you
Yeah.
guys are making monumental shifts in your life, like a woman is waiting on, if she trusts you, granted she has to trust you, is waiting for the man to make the move so she can follow suit.
Mhm.
And that's all and because my woman trusts me and I know my woman is looking at me to lead, right? If I'm transparent with her, she's gonna be like, wow, like he's transparent with me, so I can be transparent with him.
My brother, that right there deserves a round of applause.
Clap it up for him. Clap it up for him. Clap it up for him. Clap it up for him.
That was good.
You guys, stop. You guys are flattering me.
You showed me a lot in that. You showed me even another one, like, to get to another point. Me and Omar were talking about this. You know how to have a conversation.
Mm.
You know how to have a conversation.
You know how to listen.
You know how to listen.
You know how to listen.
And the best way, as we were talking about on the live earlier, to have effective communication is to be able to listen 1st
Effective
right?
listening.
And you were able to effectively not only just listen, but pay attention to the level that your relationship got to, and you was like, okay, it's time. It's time. It's time to talk about these finances.
Yeah.
Like, that's where we going. You know, and I want to show her how serious I am by showing her what I got. You took it to another level. I ain't even gonna hold you.
I ain't
even gonna hold you.
Hey, I ain't gonna hold you. That shit right there, like I haven't done that, but what I did do, or well, what I had to do,
Yeah.
right? What I had to do, when we moved into the house that we live in now, right? They obviously needed to run someone's credit, right? We both agreed that mine was probably the best, right? So they ran my credit. Obviously, it got approved. Thank God. Been working on that.
Hello.
Been working on good credit, and I had to show an amount of what I had in the bank.
Yeah.
Some liquid.
I had to show some liquid to get into the home, right? And so I wrote it on the paper and submitted to them. Or I gave it to them.
You like this?
I wrote it. I slid it to them, right? And then
Baby, you gotta use the bathroom?
Candace grabbed the paper. Cause she had to fill out the same paperwork, right? She grabbed the paper and she looked at it. At this point, what am I supposed to do?
Nothing.
I can't do nothing.
Y'all in this together.
Nothing.
I can't do nothing, right? So she looked at it and was like, "Oh damn, babe.
Why you working so hard?
Oh damn, babe. You know." And I was like, you know, I never even told her this. This is actually gonna be the first time she's hearing this, but I wasn't like I was trying to show you that, right? But that actually took our relationship to another level too. Right?
Yeah.
Just by being vulnerable and showing her what I had, and she hasn't shown me, you know, and I'm not asking for it either.
I'm not asking for that.
I'm not asking. I'm not asking. It doesn't matter to me.
It's not even about. I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't care.
I'm the guy.
I'm
Look
the
at me.
guy.
Look at me.
Hey yo.
Look at me.
It's not even, but check this out. Like, she said, "Damn, babe," right? She said, "Damn, babe," but you think like, "Damn, nigga, I ain't got enough." I ain't got enough. You know where you come from.
I
So
ain't
you
got
like,
enough.
damn,
This
like,
ain't enough, bro.
Yeah.
This
Hey,
ain't enough.
So like, I'm glad that you said that, right? Because you see how things. I don't know if you guys notice how things are kind of like falling into place, right? Without you even saying it, she got to get a sense of your ambition.
Yeah.
You know, through the vulnerability,
Yep.
through the communication, you know, and that right there that's really what a relationship is based off of, bro. Like, just those levels of vulnerability that you're able to present is able to have her tie up loose ends that she may have had going in her head.
Yep.
You know, so
That's
like
deep.
you weren't necessarily trying to show her that, but by showing her, it was like, oh, okay, I got a better grasp of who my man is. Forget the money. I have a better grasp of who my man is. And that those type of things are really special.
And just like
those moments.
we in this together. Like we're like people, not just men. People are just very protective of their finances.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm gonna say this.
Wait, hold on. I just want to make sure we're staying on topic.
Yeah.
Because-
we're vulnerability.
Because
Vulnerability,
because we're
right?
diving in. We're diving in. We're diving in.
Vulnerability.
So,
I'm
and-
on
Let's
this.
reel it back. Let's reel it back.
And-
Because we only given 3 keys.
Okay.
Right.
That's true.
So
that's true.
so we've only given 3 keys, and I know where we're going. It's great, and the people need to hear it, right? But let's finish the
Okay.
2 keys.
Okay,
Okay.
true.
Okay,
Sorry,
well,
guys. I'm
vulnerability-
sorry.
Yeah, vulnerability is the second one.
No, vulnerability is the third one.
The vulnerability is third.
The third one.
yeah. So we got 2 more.
No, excuse me. No.
your
Vulnerability
word.
was the fourth one.
So, being who you are,
Okay.
okay,
Initiative.
and taking the initiative.
Mhm.
Vulnerability.
What was 3?
Let her get a sense of your ambition
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Let her get a sense of your ambition
Okay.
and vulnerability.
and vulnerability.
Vulnerability. Okay.
Okay. We need one more key.
Okay.
And I mean, truth be told,
You got it?
we
Do you
can't-
got the keys?
we've actually touched on it. I don't want to stop us, but listening.
Yes, you did mention that. Yep.
Listening. And now I do want to go ahead and rewind for a lot of our other viewers, and even us at some point in time, whether in our past life or even moving forward, I do want to talk about what the other side of that fence looks like. Let's say you guys were buying a house,
Mm-hmm.
same exact situation. And instead of, we'll just throw a ballpark number out there, like, instead of like 500,000 in the bank, you have 5,000 in the
Mhm.
bank, and she had 500,000 in the bank.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you get your source of confidence in that space?
It's tough. It's a really tough thing. Sheesh.
I've been in a position like that before.
Have you?
I've been in a position where my girl made far more money than I made. Far more money than I made.
I've never been in that position, so it's hard for me to speak from that perspective.
That's great. That's great. That's why it's 3 of us on this show. So I've been in that position. I've been in that position before where my girl made far more money than I made.
I lied. I've been with a girl who made more than me.
Yeah, but what is like? But we're talking. I'm not talking about. Oh, she made 50 bands more than you. I'm talking about. If you make,
right.
you know, 5
Right.
figures and she make 6, 7, right? That's a big, huge
That's
difference.
a huge difference.
That's what I'm talking about, right?
Huge difference.
Not just like. Not
I'll tell
just
you
like
one. I'll tell you one thing. That job better be impactful.
Better be impactful.
That shit better be
See,
impactful.
But this is why all 5 keys are so extremely important. Because even with 4 out of 5, you are still the man. And when I say the man, I don't mean because you have a penis between your legs. I mean, you are still doing everything that you need to do to sustain your relationship. And she's going to still respect you for that. It's not about the finances. It's not about what you're bringing home. It's not about the food that you put it on the table. It's not about that. As long as you're being transparent, you're being vulnerable, you're giving her understanding, but yet you're also showing her that ambition as well, and showing her that you're trying to get to this level. It's all good. And trust me, when you have the right woman, it's all good.
it's all good.
It's all good. And I know it's tough, but that vulnerability, just like Omar said, it's going to catapult the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
It'll catapult the
Always.
relationship.
Always.
Yeah, I think as far as like listening goes, right? I think listening, I spoke about it earlier, man. It's just you just learn so much from your woman by just listening to her, right? We try to complicate things, but like if you just shut up and just take your emotion out of it and take your ego out of it and just listen, it'll tell you so many things and so much things about your woman. And then you can take the information and then apply it, right? Because you have it. But if you don't even shut up to listen, you'll never understand or never get the information to apply it, right? So I think that when you listen to your woman, and not just listening to like what she says, but listening to how she feels and listening to what her opinion is.
That's silent
Right?
language sometimes.
Like listening to your woman's opinion makes her feel like a level of just like assurance that like, okay, my man values what I think, right? Like Chanel told me the other day, bro. She told me I was about to wear some J's, right? I was wearing some J's. I was dressed up. I was wearing some J's to leave the house, and she was like, "Those Jordans make you look young," right? And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, "Fuck, no, they don't," right? But I took them shits off.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you,
Right?
dude. That's the same shit happened to
Like
me.
in my head, I'm like, "What you talking about? These is J's, man. I'm just going around the corner, man, to my homie house." But I took them shits off because I value what she
shit
thinks.
matters.
Right? I listen to what she says. I value what she thinks, right? And when she sees me do that, it makes her feel like, oh, okay, like I have like a significant place in this man's life. Like what I say, I have a lot of value, right? It makes her feel good. It makes her feel
That's
just
why it's so
empowered.
important to choose the
you
right
know?
person, man.
And
that
because it
power
could easily
can
be
be
something
used
else, right? It could
for
be
another
easily
thing, yeah.
it could easily be something else. But But at the same time, man, I think that that's important to like let your woman know that like I do listen to and I do value what your opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, is that 5? So which ones we got so far?
So
Just recap.
Did we write it down?
yes.
Okay, cool.
So first key, let her get a sense of your ambition.
Okay.
That was the first key?
We have let her get a sense of your ambition.
Okay.
Right? Be transparent.
Yep.
Simply be able to hold a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Take initiative.
Mm-hmm.
That was actually probably my favorite one.
Mm-hmm.
And listen. Listen. How Duke close us out with listening.
Those are great.
Listen, fellas. You see, none of those had anything to do.
But they need, money,
Money, cars, nothing, sex, appearance.
We didn't even touch on those topics.
Nope,
Nah.
it's too easy.
Too easy.
Right,
You guys
right.
go find that in Reader's Digest or
those
something
are
like
the
that.
Those are the things.
Not getting that
get you
here.
the woman. They don't keep you the woman.
Yeah. They get you to them. They're not keeping them.
That'll get you the woman.
Come on.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Thanks for listening, y'all, man. As always, we want to try to offer you guys as much value as possible, and one of the best ways we know how to do that is to just kind of direct you to more value, man. And today, man, one of the high value podcasts that we're going to recommend you check out, man, is Accelerate to Great by Nehemiah Davis. And Neo Davis is just like the serial entrepreneur, man. He's giving hella tips, man, about ebook strategy, digital marketing. Just real inspirational, man. So please check it out, man. You can check it out on, I personally listen to it on the podcast, Apple Podcast, Accelerate to Great by Neo Davis, man. So check it out. I think his Instagram is Neo Daviso, something like that. But please check it out, man. It's super inspirational. I've taken so many things from it. So
That Instagram name is Neo. That's NEODAVISO.
Hello. So yeah, please check it out, y'all. And with that said, I'm Duke.
I'm Omar.
I'm Jalan, and this is Nice and Neat, and that's that on that.